Hey guys, EdogPlays here, bringing you guys another video. Today we're hopping back onto Supermarket Tycoon for part 9 of the series. Almost 10 parts into the series, and I feel like we've accomplished so much already. It is absolutely ridiculous. I believe we are getting really close to our second place. Right now we're in the small city, I believe, or small town, or big town, small city. I don't know, whatever we're at, we're almost close to getting the next one. So we'll take a look at that in a minute here. But while we were away, we earned 3.5 quadrillion. Last episode is around 1.5, so this is still a pretty good increase, over a 2 times increase in what we were earning last episode. We have now earned today. Not too bad. We're not going to go ahead and multiply it, but first thing first, I do want to check out how close we are to getting the next one. So if we go like this, so right now before we were in a residential area, and now we're in a small village. The next one is going to be a small city, so at 5Q. So next episode, we should be able to go ahead and afford that. This episode, probably not. But the thing is, okay, so you have to go in order. So this is still going to be earning us the same amount of money, which is disappointing as what we're earning right now. As you can see, profits times 50. The next one is profits times 50 as well, but we're just in a bigger area, I guess. So maybe we're going to be having a little bit more customers. I'm not too sure, but you have to get this one before. You can't just skip to Miami Beach or anything like that and earn 100 times more profits. So you kind of got to go in order, which really sucks, but that's okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do and start off today's episode with is, take a look at the parking lot. As you can see, we're completely maxed out, so we're going to go ahead and spend 1 quadrillion on the parking lot to try to increase it as much as we can. We're now at 66 spots, 9 available at the moment, so that's not too bad. That's a pretty big increase, to be honest. Another 9 slots, whatever it was, that's not too bad. Secondly, what we need to do is focus on the perfume shop here. As you can see, we are earning, well, if we look here, we're earning a ton of money from the perfume department, $20.8 trillion per minute. So a lot of our, well, that's probably like 80% of all of our income is coming from there. But we have a huge downside with that department. As you can see, the processing takes 52.17 seconds per customer. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is the longest by far out of all the other departments, which makes sense because we make so much more from each customer. It is going to take a while, but if we can go ahead and speed that up, that would be terrific. But here it says 2.3 customers served a minute. That is because we have 2 employees right now. So 2 people are helping out at once to make that go a little bit quicker. We can't afford a 3rd employee, but what we can afford is they're increasing their salary. So right now, I'm not too concerned about increasing how much money we're making per second. Upgrade the perfume department. I'm worried about the perfume salary. So we'll go ahead and do we got to do like no upgrades on that. Now it's at 48 seconds, so it did help quite a bit. We probably would have made more money, to be honest, upgrading the perfume department. But the reason why I wanted to increase their salary is so we can get more people going through, which means we are making more money as well. So it was there was 2 different upgrades we could do. I went for increasing their salary to try to speed them up because that is ridiculously long, just absolutely crazy. But our worst department is the bakery. So we will go ahead and spend a little bit of money on this guy here. So we have the max amount of employees, which is really good. It's only 600 billion to actually increase the bakery. So we're going to go ahead and just hold this for as long as possible and see. I mean, we didn't have that much money to start with, so I'm curious to see what it is earning now. So bakery is no longer the worst one. We're earning $1.3 trillion every single minute from the bakery now, which is ridiculous because before we were earning less than 180 billion. I know that because the butcher shop is now our worst one, whereas before the bakery was the worst one, so it was earning under 178 billion. So we have increased it by so much with just a few upgrades. So now if we go to the butcher shop, I have even less money, so it's don't expect, well, yeah, so this one's 2 trillion every upgrade. So I mean, I don't expect to get too far here. If we go take a look now, still it's at 182, so that increased it by a little bit, but really not enough. So we need to keep increasing that as much as we possibly can, kind of try to move that up a little bit, just because the perfume department is super expensive right now. I tried to spend as much money at the beginning as we can on it, but it's super expensive. Clothing department is only 18 trillion to upgrade, so quite a bit cheaper than the perfume department compared to 105 trillion dollars, but still really, really expensive if you compare it to anything else. 3 trillion, 3 trillion, 5 trillion, 8 trillion, so still quite a bit cheaper, or still quite a bit more expensive than anything else besides the perfume department being the most expensive one by far. We completed another mission, well dressed, attend to 100 customers in the clothing department, another 10 gems there. So our next one is collect the money from 50 trucks. So I normally forget about these trucks, to be honest. They're just out of my view, I guess, and I don't see them. We really, really should start focusing on that because we can earn so much money from that. It is ridiculous. As you guys can see, or well, you guys know that I haven't done very many cashier upgrades since we've started this new area. And we've just kept on buying the new cashiers as many times as we can. So every time you get a new department, you can actually go ahead and purchase another cashier. But I've been doing that, but I haven't been leveling them up as much as I probably should be. But as you guys, oh shoot, I accidentally did it. But as you guys can see, there is basically no lineup there. And a lot of them, there's still nobody there. The average checkout waiting line is 0.33. So even without doing like basically any upgrades, the cashiers are doing absolutely amazing. So basically, you only have one thing you really need to worry about increasing, and that is the departments. So obviously, you have a lot of different departments to increase, but you really just want to focus on upgrading as many departments as you possibly can. That's the only way you can really increase how much money you're making here. So the next department we're actually getting is going to be the electronics department, but this is one big queue to get the next area, which I believe is a small city. Or sorry, we're in a small village. This one's a small city. It is 5 little queues. So obviously we should be able to get this way before we actually should be able to get this next episode, because this episode we are in 3.5. So we should see a pretty large increase in the next earnings. So hopefully we will have enough to go ahead and purchase that. If not, that's going to be honestly severely disappointing if we can't. But I keep on saying no thanks to these VIP customers. They really aren't giving us that much money. That was only like $400 trillion. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money, but it's not very much, to be honest with you. So waiting for something a lot bigger. Hopefully we can get something by the end of this episode here. We'll go ahead and keep doing a few upgrades on the butcher shop here. Got a lot of upgrades in there, actually. Holy, we got a lot. Butcher shop is now earning $193 billion a minute. You won't see a huge increase in their earnings until you actually hit the milestone. So once we hit level 400, which is only around 28 levels away, we are going to receive a 10 times boost, which is ridiculous. That is a huge boost. So we just got to keep on grinding until we get to that. Purchase that as soon as we possibly can, because that's going to be a huge increase in how much money we're actually making per minute from that specific department. So it's going to be really nice once we get there. But, I mean, we still can't afford any upgrades for the perfume department or anything like that. The game is definitely starting to slow it down. And I think that's why we're getting really close to the next small city. We're getting close to that because this has started to slow down, started to earn. Upgrades aren't being as often. But as soon as we reset, it's going to be really hectic because we're just going to be earning so much money at the very beginning of the episode. And then obviously it's going to die down and act normal. But at the very beginning, it is going to be absolutely crazy. I will go ahead and try to get a VIP customer here next time if it's not gems, because gems it's honestly not even really worth it. It only gives you a few gems, and to watch an ad for gems, I don't really like doing that. I normally at the end of every episode, what I'll do is I'll go here and watch the 6 ads or the 5 ads, whatever, to get the 45 gems and just keep stacking our gems for quite a while. I clicked watch video that time, so I don't know why it drove away. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did click watch video and it wouldn't let me. So I don't know if it thinks I'm offline or anything like that. I have connection to the internet. I'm not too sure why it's not letting us actually watch an ad for that, but I guess it's just not going to let us. But we need to kind of focus on what we're going to be spending our money on. So perfume department is super expensive. So I think for right now, we need to kind of lay off that. Clothing department, actually, maybe we should go ahead and try to do a few upgrades here. We'll go ahead and hold this down, get a few little upgrades there. But honestly, if we can get it to level 300, if we don't get next episode, the small city, I think we might be able to do this. It is going to start costing a ton of money, but hopefully if we go ahead and spend all of our offline earnings on that, we will have enough. Even watching some ads throughout the episode, hopefully that will lead us to get enough if we don't get the small city at the beginning of the next episode, but we definitely should be able to do that. So I mean, for right now, we don't really have any money. We don't have enough money to go ahead and just purchase these small little upgrades here, which is unfortunate, but hopefully when we reset tomorrow, everything is just going to be so much quicker. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Look, I'll even click watch video on the gems. Just drove away. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's just my game or what's going on. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are having the same issue. This is the first time I've actually noticed it though. But guys, I'm going to have to go ahead and end this episode here. If you guys have enjoyed another Supermarket Tycoon video, please go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe so you guys don't miss any more daily content. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.